If you know me personally, you'll know I'm a connoisseur of Italian cuisine, and you'll also know I'm a connoisseur of Italian firearms. This is the Beretta 92X. We're going to start off in the looks department. This thing is downright gorgeous, just like everything the Italians design. I mean, it's like a Ferrari F40, but in jet black. It's beautifully simplistic, and it's probably my favorite handgun of all time. I guess you could say it was love at first sight, but that's probably because of my FUD tendencies. My first handgun was a 1911, so I was indoctrinated into the FUD culture fairly early on. But there's a lot to like about this thing, especially that sweet, sweet decocker. God, it gives me the chills every time. And it's that decocker in combination with the double plus single action trigger that makes this my favorite gun to carry, because I like having that hammer down and having my first shot have just a little extra pressure so I can be sure I want to destroy what's on the other end of my muzzle. Now some guys might say that it's gonna take milliseconds to... It's not. It's not. I'm just like, I like to be safe, I like to be sure. And speaking of that trigger, that's what I gotta talk about next, because this thing is just super crisp. The double action trigger feels very similar to most double action revolvers, but when you cock that hammer back to use the single action, there's just a little bit of play, and then it's a crisp snap. It truly is something special. My particular 92 came with 18 round magazines, but I do know some of them come with the 15 round magazines, and both of those will fit flush into a gun. The iron sights on the 92X are pretty good, but they're nothing special. I did get a version that is optics ready, so if you're looking to put a red dot on your 92X, just make sure that it is the optics ready variant. And as far as reliability should go, that should be no question in your mind. It's a Beretta, of course it's going to be reliable. Listen, I don't want to have to brag about my 2 Gulf Wars, but if we're going to take another page of the FUD textbook, this thing has seen plenty of military action, and every time I take it to the range, I probably put about 200, 250 rounds through it, and I've never had an issue. The question you're probably asking yourself right now is, should I spend my hard-earned money on the Beretta 92? And the answer to that question is a resounding yes. If I was down to my last $800 and it was a choice between this and feeding my family, I'm picking the 92. I've owned mine for a few years now, and I have yet to find something that I dislike about this gun. This gun just has everything I'm looking for in a carry gun. The construction is solid, it's sleek, it's not too bulky, it's reliable. I love the double and single action trigger and the decocker. There really isn't a box this gun doesn't check for me. And I love the confidence of carrying a full size, because for me, I just shoot better with a full-size gun. My Hellcat is great. I love carrying it in the summertime, but I'm just not as accurate with it as I am with my 92. And guess what? If you do fancy a smaller handgun, they do make a compact version of the 92X. And for those of you that like to Gucciify your guns, the aftermarket is extensive for this firearm. So if you're a pasta punisher, a marinara militant, or a carbonara commando, the Beretta 92 might be for you.